All right, so when you don't have a wooden dummy anymore, like I don't, I actually gave my wooden dummy away years ago, part of the way to discover in Wing Chun how your structure is to get an inanimate object, right? Believe it or not, you could use a door frame, you could use a tree. I'm gonna explain, in the last video we talked about how the bong sao is the worst, or is the most dangerous move out there for you, the person doing it. But that's mostly because a lot of you do not know how to discover your bong sao, or fuck, any of your tools in Wing Chun. Now, what do we have in Wing Chun? We have a pak sao, tan sao, bong sao, gan sao, all of this. In the concept of discovering it, has nothing to do with you toughening your tan, bong, gan, all pak, all this against a tree for the density of your bone's sake and shit. I used to be able to whack the hell out of my dummy. But it's the more relaxed you are when you hit something, the actually less you feel it. And you'll get that as time goes on. When it comes to the contact you're making, part of the biggest problem that people have with the wooden dummy is they rush to get to it. And they really don't understand the purpose of the dummy is pretty much for recovery. It's not about speed. It's about being able to say, you know, I'm in an off position. How do I recover and face the trunk of the dummy? In this context, we're using a tree simply because I can't move it. I can't budge it, right? It's got a little bit of give, but that's not the point. I'm looking to set who I am as a structure for energy's sake. And in Wing Chun, once you make that contact, which is almost everywhere all the time, grappling takes over. You pak and you can go right into grappling, whatever it is, as long as the rest of your structure is sound. In my opinion, there's only two things that make sense to disturb you as a fighter, and that's being grappled against, somebody grabbing onto you, taking your balance, or if you're going in the process to hit or grapple, when they hit you and they jar your head and you got, you know, your brains are swimming around. It's like, oh, that didn't go as planned. That throws you off your game. So it doesn't matter how sound you are when you go to be a striker, kicks, elbows, whatever it is, or you go into grapple, somebody winds up giving you a good shot right in the button, dude. That's it. Your brains are going to be swimming and you got nothing else and you're like, that's it, done. So what I'm talking about for the sake of bong sao is, how do I discover my bong sao? You take your movement, right? We know the bong sao, it's forced. It is this mechanical movement. Well, if I'm learning this in the beginning, how is it forced? Because my action, I'm doing the action. Literally, it's a discovery process of bong sao is here. This should only be your bong sao. And when the pressure comes in, you know, you're corkscrewing into somebody. You're corkscrewing into someone. And I truly think that for the shunting aspect of bong sao, especially in a grappling stage, it's superior. Collapsing your bong sao, which I do all the time in chi sao, isn't functional for fighting or grappling. It just isn't, for those who are wondering. Doesn't mean it doesn't apply, it means it doesn't work as effectively if you're not really well versed in your structure. How to set. I know that my bong sao is here, right? I've got it, you know, right that fist and a half length away from my torso. I got my you know, a little bit of descent on a 15-degree angle. My elbow is just slightly lower than my shoulder. It can be higher. So this is the structure of where Silam Dao teaches us to do it. But how the fuck do you associate that with the rest of your core? Push it, structure it against something that can't move, and then let your body come into play. This is true for any of the movements. Pak, tan, high-low gan sao, lun sao, any of them. It doesn't make a difference. I don't care what it is. Yun sao, even yun sao, I can't move. Oh, this how it ties everything up. If you really learn how an inanimate object to activate the rest of your core, you've got so much more down than you think in Wing Chun. So many of you are focused on the flashy hand movements. All right, when I get bong sao, what I want to do is I want to face it, and then the rest of it is me. As long as I don't violate this distance, right? This is where I feel the strongest. The rule told me in Silam Dao, the rule told me here. But now I'm going to discover it. Where do I like it more? Am I strong here? No. My shoulder just took that and I'm pushing into the tree. I don't want that. I want to meet the tree, turn my shoulder off. Oh, my fingers are off. Oh my God. Now this is my perfect position for bong sao. The rest of my core, I can sink in my dantian and core. Boom, I'm there, I'm setting. I can now push into the tree without my shoulder activated at all. It's like, what the fuck? This is great. The second I move back, my shoulder is activated. Second I move in too much, my shoulder is activated. This, on my anatomy, is my sweet spot. This is my elbow projecting into the tree. Now, it's also right here. I've got it right. My wrist doesn't like that much. Oh, well, wait a second. This is here. This is Lansao, almost like a Lansao going into it. This is strong all fucking day. You can't move me if I'm here. My fingers are still going in it, this and that. I have to turn. Oh, there's my turn. Project it straight forward into it. This is structure all day long. If I face it, I'm not structured. My shoulder is on. If I turn a little bit, turn too much, no, this side isn't. I need this side activated. I need it because you remember this. The turning punch teaches us that. As I turn, I turn, I turn, turn. Where is my turn at? I'm going to slowly. That's it right here. This is it. This is my turn. You can't see lower half, but my left foot is forward into the tree, and my turn, my core, my upper triangle is going this way, but my hips are going into it, and they're going to activate it here. Boom. This is my bong sao right here, because I learned to put force into it, shoulder, pushing my arm into it. Where is that sweet spot? Boom, here. Right hip is activated, core is activated, sunken in. I can take this, I can move this. Incidentally, right, so that means my other hand's got to be, if it's this height, this is my bench press, right here. That's where I'm the most powerful with my bench. Everything that you're going to discover, especially in a static movement, right, an isometric movement, I can't move the tree. The tree is going to take that force and fuck, it's only going to go back into me. Where does my body shut off? And this is why I'm so pro lifting weights when you shouldn't lift weights for Wing Chun. You're out of your fucking mind. If you don't learn how to take a descending movement, a negative, you know, even a negative on a deadlift, if you don't learn how to control the negative down, how can you learn to take that energy in? Everybody thinks in the Wing Chun it's just, oh, the soft absorbing energy. Go try that with even a high school wrestler. Forget about the D1 college wrestlers. It doesn't, go try a high school wrestler who has aggressive energy coming into you. And if you don't learn how to take that, it's almost like this concept, right? Here's a rock, take the rock, it's like, rock is gonna hit, but I have to learn how to absorb the rock in, absorb the rock in. If you don't learn how to absorb it in, well, you're gonna get crashed in. Well, how do you learn to? You can't get it from Chi Sao. I'm sorry. You need a more brutal force. Lots of weight coming in on you. But you start, where is my setting point? Shoulder. No, I can't connect. From this point, I can't connect my lower half. Now I can. Oh, now I can even better. Now my butt cheek is in my ass, my glute, my quad, all my powerful lower triangle is in to push this thing. It's now gonna move if I decide to go. Now I activate my other side, change my stance, drive in here. That's my bong sao right here. That's my bench press. That's where I'm gonna fucking move you. If we wind up linking up, you will feel my grappling power from discovering where the fuck my bong sao lived in structure. So anytime you wind up doing a technique, if you don't know where the power comes from and returns to into your core, you don't know the technique. Do the same thing with Pak Sao. Pak. Shoulder right there, I don't like it. Okay. Inside pec, outside shoulder. Oh, there it is. This right here. Take the other side core, turn it on, activate. Oh, I can put the force into, turn off shoulder. Tricep is activated, just gonna be this, but now recruit my lat into it. Boom. Recruit the other side into it. Replace for the Indiana Jones. Every single thing that you're gonna discover in your structure comes from meeting force, right? And then how do you absorb the force in? So the bong sao, it's the worst movement in the Wing Chun system for you because you don't know how to use it. You think it's going to take just the off ramp for a punch and torque it into something, redirect. But what does the redirection come back into? If the tree was going to give me energy, I'm getting my ass knocked backwards. I have to learn how to set in. And so many of you are so quick to going to the dummy and hitting hard objects, going outside, makeshift training with your trees for all this shit. You're not doing it because you don't understand you don't understand you. So your bong sao sucks because you don't know your structure. You don't know your structure because you're doing Zen type internal energy Kung Fu that you can't figure out how to link with the physical world of your anatomy yet. Get out there, get aggressive, get on the weights, do something that you feel, oh, this is how I can control it. I can guarantee you. For those of you who do lift weights, you want to see your bench, your squat, your deadlift go up. Go ahead and get your Kung Fu alignment and go, oh my God, this is my power right here. Elbow, squared up, boom, boom. Tuck those elbows under, dig in my ass cheeks, drive up there. Holy cow! I will tell you, I never stopped lifting weights for Wing Chun. It's not a good idea. It was the best decision I made. I had grappling, wrestling, weightlifting, and Wing Chun. I didn't know how to meet those things together. It doesn't mean that, well, I use strength when I use strength, I use wrestling when I use wrestling, I use Wing Chun when I Wing Chun. No, Wing Chun is the baseline concept for everything. I can't use Wing Chun in wrestling based on the way that we perceive it as. I can't use Wing Chun in weightlifting, but I could take Wing Chun as the pot, right? The concept of the internal energy, external energy, the concept, every concept, the structure, all of the Wing Chun principles, and I can say, oh shit, this is where weightlifting lives in the Wing Chun pot. This is where wrestling lives in it, and I take those principles and apply it. So Wing Chun on its face value, if we're just going to talk Pak Sao, Tan Sao, Gan Sao, Bong Sao, no, it has no place anywhere else. But if you talk about Bong Sao, the structure for everything else, shit, I can take that same thing because it's self-perfection, self-study, and apply it into every other fucking thing I got. And it's beautiful. Guys, discover yourself. Just go out. Go lean on something. You start by this, lean on a tree. I go, I feel this here. Where do I feel the most powerful in a static position? Oh my God. You're going to be like, if it goes back into your core, your Dantian, and you're like, you feel that internal power, and the rest of you is like, you're just one, and I can't lay it out for you. You have to feel it and discover it. If you feel like your entire body is one unit, one fucking weapon, then you've discovered your structure. This is why the Bong Sao is the worst move, because you haven't fucking discovered your structure. But it's the most dangerous move for the other person once you discover what your structure is, right? So that's all about it. You need to learn how the Bong Sao is the best movement I can think of to discover your structure, because this is easy. Tan is easy. The Bong gets hard once because all this other stuff comes to play, because definitely it violates elbow. This is powerful, this is powerful, this is powerful, this is powerful, this is not. This is the weakest. So once you master the weakest position, which I think is the Bong Sao, and you're like, holy shit, I now can find my strength in it, everything will come to play. Hope that makes sense. See you guys in the next video.